Welcome back to Health Nuts, and with me, the lovely Joie Altabet from Joie's Crunch.
Health Crunch.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, we found your product at our little trip to the farmer's market this past weekend. Your stuff's amazing. I've been a customer of yours for a while. We wanted to have you on the show. So, what inspired you? Why don't you tell us a little about your company, Joie's Health Crunch?
Well, inspired me is because I'm a healthy eater, first of all.
Okay.
And I've always have. And it's kind of helped out a lot of people. I kind of inspired a lot of people that are not eating healthy, and some of them are obese, so I kind of help them out downsize.
Well, what are some of the products that you make? I mean, there's a lot. So let's just talk about some of the basic ones, because it's not what I would call what people think, oh, health food, I don't want to talk about that. But you do something very, very interesting. You take everything from eggplant, kale, flaxseed, I'll just name all of it, watermelon.
Well.
And I mean, it's such very basic ingredients, and it's tastes amazing.
Well, it's just simple ways of doing it to make people more attractive of eating and to make it more appealing to them, because sometimes eggplant is very plain to eat, mushrooms very plain to eat, flax seeds is very dull to eat, so you have to kind of want to mix something with it to go make people want to go intrigue and enjoy eating the snacks a healthy way.
What was your first product? What was the first
My very first baby is flax seeds, and flax seeds is a very, very dull seeds to eat. I mean, there's nothing in it. So I kind of mix it with some basic natural and organic ingredients to make it more appealing, and people loves it. And then I started merging into kale, and then got to mushrooms, and then I got now into eggplant, and then I got into watermelon, and then now there's another incoming in the works, and other vegetables that I'm working on, and veggies. It's vegan, so I had to keep going. And
I mean, the products are all vegan.
Yes.
What else?
Yes, it's
They're
all
raw.
vegan, and also they're raw, and the more raw they are, the better, because the nutrients stays intact, and that's what counts more.
Well, I think a lot of people don't realize this, that when you cook anything, when you cook vegetables, you're actually cooking out a lot of the nutrients. When heat is applied, you actually lose a lot of the vitamins and the minerals.
Yes, all the nutrients are all
and that's why they normally
obsolete.
sell like raw stuff. But you take it a step further, rather than just having like a raw carrot and dip, you'll do like kale.
Yes.
I'm just going to give you, for instance, this is like my obsession now. This kale, pumpkin pie, chocolate, and it sounds people like, how is that healthy?
Well, it is healthy because it make people indulge on eating some more of it, because first of all, kale is antioxidants. Number 2 is also protein. Number 3, if people are craving for sweets that are not bad for you, dark chocolate is the best way, because it's also another antioxidant as well, and it's also vegan. So it's not you're not contradicting yourself on eating bad against good. They're both good together, and that's what I create product that doesn't contradict people that like, oh, that's bad because it's dark chocolate. It's not.
Yeah, and then that's what people do. They'll go work out and be like, now I'm going to have a sundae. It's like, well, what are you doing? If you want to stay in that same kind of realm of let's get nutrition while we're exercise. I mean, the whole premise of the show is, we want to talk about overall health.
Exactly.
We want to talk about nutrition. A lot of times people see stuff, and I think a lot of the stuff that's out there misleads them.
Yes.
So people be told, well, I have to make sure I'm getting enough fat. I can't have an avocado, but I can go eat a cake. And it's like,
no, it doesn't work that way.
Macronutrients and micronutrients. Yes. What got you into this? Meaning, was this your background? You're always in health, but what's your background?
I was in the finance industry for so long that in 2007, 2008, the market died, and I dove with it.
Yes.
So I reinvented myself, having skincare specialist, and I got that going. And then at the same time, I reinvented again to merge the health part of it, so that way it'll be together. So health, skin, and eating healthy is together. You can't complain.
Now, do you still have the skincare line, or are you pretty much full?
Yes, I still do, but I'm more not 100% on my raw healthy crunch right now.
The products are unbelievable. I mean, just the vast array of things that you have, and the flavoring. Because how many? Let's just take one category. I'm not going to. You have like 1,000 products. How many? Like for kale, how many different recipes do you have for kale?
The kale is very simple. I tried to have simple and basic ingredients because of some have a lot of cholesterol and also have a lot of calories. And you don't want to merge that together because then you are contradicting yourself on eating healthy against with the calories and with the cholesterol. Some kale had so much nuts that is not healthy for you. And some, I just want it to be simple as it can be, so that way it will benefit the whole nutrients on the kale as well as the ingredients.
Now, what local places, and I know that a lot of people, because we send you people that we consult for that are sick, and they're buying these things, and they're like, oh, it's a snack.
Yes.
And they start eating it, and they go, I'm feeling better.
Yes.
I think it's a good way, because most people, I'm going to take kale. Kale has a very bitter taste to it when it's cooked and when some people eat it. So when you're eating in this form, you're like, wait a minute, kale can be good?
Yes.
And it's funny, because I've given this to my parents, and like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then they take a bite, and they go, oh, this is kale. I go, no, this is Joie's kale. I go, kale's not going to taste like this when you go to the store and you're like, oh, there's no chocolate on it.
Yes.
But you're doing it in a healthy way. And even without chocolate,
Yes.
how many flavors do you think you have, because you have so many products?
I had so far with kale, I have probably over 30, but I condense it into the most popular one.
Okay.
And most effective one. I do have customary. If people would like to custom part of it, I do with the minimum of 3 containers because it's not worth it to do just one. Do
you find that the vegetables are kind of taking off more now? I know with myself, I started with flax.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's good. And then I started trying the other stuff, and it's cucumbers. The eggplant are amazing because you make them like eggplant chips.
Yes, and it's like cookies.
Yes.
If you notice that.
They're like chips.
Yes.
It's a great thing, and they have, and it was. The last one, I'm not going to give out your secret, but you have this new one. It's called, was it Parmesan B?
Yeah.
There's a Parmesan A and a Parmesan B.
Yes.
And I ate it, and I called last night, we were confirming everything for today, and I ate the whole thing. As I'm talking to her, I'm like, what happened to the Parmesan B?
I know,
They
so
taste
sorry,
like
I'm the
garlic
same
crisps,
way.
But they're so good. And,
Yes.
and the good thing is, I know with people, when I was training a lot more with people and helping them, it's tough because people are like, well, I need to eat something, I still feel hungry. This is something where you still want to control how much you're eating, but
Yes.
at least someone's not worried of, downing a bag of potato chips, eating a thing of ice cream and saying, I worked so hard and this just went backwards.
Yes, and the best part of this too is when you're eating them, you don't crave for more. You
Yes.
crave for more for the product, but you don't get hungry. It satisfies you, and that's what the best part of that.
Well, it's leveling the blood sugar. This is
Yes.
a lot of things that people don't understand when they start dropping and they're
Yes.
eating. They're like, I'm going to wait 10 hours to eat.
Yeah.
And then what ends up happening is their blood sugar drops
Yes.
and they start binging.
Yep.
And that's the problem. And I think you're merging of something that people would say, let's say, is comfort food,
Yes.
with something that's healthy, and you're keeping it raw.
Yes.
And that's the most
That's the
amazing-
best part.
All you do is cook.
Yes.
That's all you
That's
do.
all I do 24/7.
I'm like, Joe, what are you doing? I'm cooking. But you have so many different flavors. Where can people find your product? I know it's in some stores, and we'll get to that. But
Yeah.
locally, you work at the Tivoli Farmers Market, which is
Yes,
each
every
week.
Saturday 9 to 2, and I have 2 places right now.
Okay.
Heavily Grounded over in Decatur and Charleston.
Okay.
They carry a lot of my product, and then also Violet's Vegan, right in Durango and DI. As a matter of fact, they are just going to pick up and carry again my eggplant
Look at
and
you.
my watermelon.
What do you think
They
is
just
the
have a
one
big
thing-
order last night.
Because some people say, well, look, I found healthy food before. I can go to Whole
Anywhere.
Foods. I go. What makes your products different?
Because they're unique and they're all they're heartily handmade,
Yes.
and it's fresh. It's not just sitting there for so many weeks before I deliver. I deliver as I was making them, as that day that they order. I make them as I go.
Well, everything's
And
kind of
it's-
customized.
Yes,
because
it's
really each
customized
week-
also.
And that's the thing I think that people have when they've gone out and they might have had something like that sitting in like kale chips in a store.
Yes.
I'm not picking on any brand, but stuff sits there.
Yeah.
And these things are meant to be freshly eaten in a reasonable amount of time.
Yes.
So if it's sitting there for too long, when someone opens it, it's like, what was this?
Yeah, mine is lasted, there's no preservative on it, but it does last 6 to 9 months to even a year. It depends how you close the container back, if there's a lot of air in it, of course, because there's a little oil that I used, but organic extra virgin oil doesn't hurt anybody.
Are you planning on expanding out? I know you have literally you have new products every week. Every time I come back, I go, what happened to the
Yes.
cucumbers? What happened to
No, I do. I maintain them. I keep going. I just had to keep recreating. You just have to keep creating to make people more more towards vegan on eating a little bit of varieties, different.
she's like a mad scientist because you keep on creating new flavors.
Every
time I
day.
go there, I go, what pumpkin pie, where did this come from? And then it's interesting because that's why I'm curious. Where does that inspiration come from? You just start thinking, does it come to you in your
Yeah, it comes to me when I'm making them. So I create, as I'm making them, they keep coming into my head.
Yeah.
Constantly, I don't have a break. As my head is keep going
Well,
and
your stuff
going.
is absolutely amazing.
And then there's pumpkin is seasonal, so you got to remember that when its season's over, I had to create something to change another season product. So.
You had trouble like with certain things. I know, like let's just say eggplant goes out of season, and people are saying, well, hey, can we get this, or do you have to wait until it comes back into season to do it, or can you replace it with something else?
No, eggplant is all year around. It depends. I go to quality, I go Whole Foods all the time, so it's quality, and then it's quality that I get. So eggplant is going to be a roll all year around.
It's interesting because the way that you make stuff, the ingredients goes a long way.
Yeah.
You're not cutting corners on
No,
stuff.
I can't cut corners. I can't cut corners.
No,
because I'm a healthy eater and I'm eating my own product. I can't cut corners.
Yeah,
that would be impossible.
I mean, that's the other thing I think that changed when people say, well, I've had other products. And that's the key thing is that people can be in the same realm. They're not making it the same way. The way that you're kind of customizing these things, starting with quality ingredients,
Yes.
is exactly why the finished product tastes good.
Yes.
And I think when people try it, because I know people that have tried other stuff, and they're like, well, why hasn't anything ever tasted like this before? And it's the quality of the ingredients that you're using.
Yes.
So I really commend you on what you're doing for the community and people because you're changing lives.
Yes, I do. I inspired a lot of people. I'm glad and I'm thankful for that.
For weight loss, to start eating healthy again, to
Yes.
get their life on track. Because I think a lot of people think to go healthy, it has to taste bad.
Yes.
They're like, I don't want to eat cardboard.
Yeah.
But, eating and cooking and stuff like that has come a long way from where it was kind of pushed to people, where it's like, all you can do is have rice cakes. And not that rice cakes are bad. But there's a lot of stuff out there now. It's how you flavor things. Because there's stuff that people would say would be comfort food, and it tastes awful.
Yeah.
It's amazing what our taste buds get used to, and then when you start having something clean, it kind of changes it. So I like how you've merged those two worlds
Together, yes.
So,
Thankful for that. I'm really hard to create things, but it does work.
where your website? Where can people get a hold of you?
It's Joie's Crunch.
Joie's Crunch.
www, of course, joies.crunch.
.com?
.com.
.com. So check out, and we'll post a link for this too, so people can actually order the stuff. Now, do you take online orders, or is it easier for them to come to the farmers
Yeah,
market?
they do online by just using contact as
Okay.
opposed to having the cart and shopping because I get slammed with
Yes.
orders. So for me to slow it down, they just had to do the contact instead. Or they can also go to Tivoli Farmers Market. I have 2 places out of state that carries my product as well, in Sedona,
Okay.
Arizona, and also in Florida in Boca.
Okay. And if you're going to order online, please, order in bulk. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, go to the
It's a lot
farmers
better.
market and get the like,
Yeah, they always
I
sell
can't
out.
think of that. Well, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank
It
you
was a
so much
pleasure
for having
you.
me.
We will be right back, and we're going to find where Brittany went. I think she went back to the farmer's market to grab something. I don't know. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.